Well, that's a do-over.
All right, we're going to go on the light limited pro side. This will be Greg Lesuto out of Bridgeport, Nebraska, calls it Arc Light. A lot of bouncing for that Arc Light machine right there. A whole lot of bouncing for that big McCormick.
Rob Lesuto going to give it another shot here. Crazy Horse. Not going to happen for him here this afternoon. Need a pull off for Rob Lesuto.
Need to thank Fair Valley Performance again. Fair Valley, the official sponsor of this light limited pro stock class here for the Outlaws 2021 season. Also need to thank Frosted Frog Coolers. Frosted Frog Coolers manufactured right there in Rock Valley, Iowa. Just as good as some of the bigger name brands at about half the cost. Keep anything you want ice cold. Got a full selection of Frosted Frog Coolers to check out right down here behind the tents at the cap and t-shirt, rather. Delta got several of them down there.
You know, I have one Frosted Frog cooler, but I think I need a bigger one now.
I've got two of them.
You got
started
two?
off with the smaller one and I got a bigger one.
I need to go over and see what they got at the souvenir trailer, see if they got one of the great big ones like I'm wanting to get.
I tell you what, Ron, that 60-quart version they've got, that thing is nice right there. It's got the wheels on it, but you don't have to hold the weight of it like you do the bigger one. It's actually got a handle, rocks back like a dolly. Real easy to tote that thing around. I've taken it to pools all over and never had an issue with it.
Yep, you can get your very own at frostedfrog.com. How about Alice Chalmers? Any Alice Chalmers fans here today? Any AC fans?
This big old orange AC you hooking up over here. This is going to be Kyle Lesuto. Calls this one Section 8. See what he's got here for us this evening. He's got a tough task ahead of him. Roger Ruiz sitting out there at 333 and 35. I would never say a machine couldn't do it, but he's going to have to work hard for it. Give this John Deere, the Crazy Horse, a round of applause as they drag him down the track for you. Here we go, Kyle Lesuto, Section 8.
Speaking of Section 8, hello, Ron Stone.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good. How are you? Welcome to Outlawed with Ron Stone, your own show. We do this every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. We recap the previous weekend, which we can't say this time. It's because it's been a previous week. And then we talk about upcoming events and bringing some special guests on. It's been a good summer, but I mean, Spencer's the last one, right? Well, officially. And there's some stuff in October. Is that the deal?
For a points hook, yeah, Spencer is it. We'll be going down to Lufkin, Texas, 15th and 16th of October. To be an outlaw hook, but it won't be a points hook down there. So
last Tuesday night, I was sitting with you at the Iowa State Fair. We were basking in our glory of a great being back at the Iowa State Fair. It was pretty cool. We sat in front of the Outlaw trailers. So if you're just joining us, Ron and I do this every Tuesday night. Please type your comments in the comments. Ask your questions. What'd you think of the Iowa State Fair? What'd you think of Wisner? What outlaw pulls are you going to next? Just give us some feedback. We'd love to hear what's going through your mind. And if you're crazy, we just won't put your comment on the screen. That's what's great about I got the button.
But normally we will anyway, right?
Yeah, I like a little controversy. It makes it fun. So keeps it real. Got Australia checking in right now, so that's neat.
Peter Law, awesome.
This was an awesome show. We drove from Oregon to watch this live. My husband originally was from 60. What does that mean?
60. Got me.
Ralph or Mary, we're going to need a little more clarification on that one. So
Might be a local thing from up there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's six. Is there like a 60 Nebraska maybe?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe or something regional there.
Yep. He originally lived in Crofton, Maine. So I'm not sure. I'm thinking we'll see. We're live on WWP TV as well.
Oh, awesome.
So we go live. So I think that's probably what they're thinking about. So, but it's all good. There's no complaints. We're just
No complaints. It was a busy week, a fun week.
So Luke Schmidt says, Ron mentioned I'm on the live stream tonight and it won't let me get on using the link Ron sent. So
Luke, come on now.
Invite. Do you want me to, I'll send it to you again, Ron. I know you have the right one because that's how you got on.
Right. Wisner rocked it from the pool to the announcers, even though Jason wasn't there. Man, that's some brown nosing going on here already.
Russ has a beer money shirt. It's going to be okay.
It's in the mail.
I got to, no, he has one already. It's all good. It's all good. I don't need to suck up any more to him. So,
all right.
I'll send that to you again, Ron.
Yeah,
but I'm sure.
You know.
So, Luke, we just need you to click on the link basically and enter your name. That's all you got to do, bud. Oh, there we go. Kevin Smith is watching from Kentucky. There we go. The Tramps are back. Ralph and Mary, Crofton, Nebraska. So we are. Ty Winnings is checking in from Crofton, Nebraska. What are the chances of that? Crofton must be just down the road, Rod.
Must be. Yeah, that's odd. I just sent Luke the new link there.
Sheila's watching from Oldebolt, Iowa. Another person watching from Crofton, Nebraska. Now I got to find out where Crofton, Nebraska is, Rod.
Crofton, we're gonna have to have a pool there, I think.
Sounds like we got some fans. They have a fairgrounds. They got a piece of dirt. So, let's see here. It's on 12. It's on 12, Ron. Does that mean anything to you?
It's on 12.
It's up by the Missouri River.
Not sure.
It's northwest of Sioux City, Iowa.
Okay.
So it's up there. Because Wisner is more south, isn't it?
Get some pulling fans there in Crofton.
I like that. I like that a lot. It's good to know. See, Ron, we're always full of O'Neill, Nebraska. 60 to 80 miles from Wisner. It's all coming together now, Terry.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that trip from Oregon to Wisner is a pretty good one.
Hey, I said Schleswig, Iowa when I announced at the Iowa State Fair.
You did. I heard it.
I think I said it right. And it's Johansson, right?
Called Jared Johansson. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at me, Ron. I still remember something. Keith Dorman says 1 hook every 1.6 minutes on Saturday night was impressive. One of the best shows I've been lucky enough to be part of.
Well, appreciate that, Keith Dorman.
Dalton comes talking about Towns. Tammy, holy, look at that last name. Hunike. First time pulling Hunike. That's Tammy. She was the one that pulled in the very first class. She was like the first puller down, right?
That modified two-wheel drive, naturally aspirated class. Yep.
Yep, there she is. I got to meet Jason face-to-face finally. Yeah, I was talking to her when I was walking through the pits, and she had a great time. She did beat her husband, too, so I'm pretty, if I remember that correctly. So
she did. The points final was there, happened there in that class on Friday as well, in that modified two-wheel drive class.
I think, Ron, this comment's for you. Stop shaking your ass.
I don't think that's me.
I think that's for Luke Schmidt, maybe.
Probably so.
They knew he was coming on. So.
Luke, what's up, buddy?
Nothing much. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
We're just reading through the comments, having a good time. We typically enjoy this part of the show, Luke.
Yeah.
So Luke pulls Super Farm.
Luke, are you married? Luke, are you married?
Nope. I'm still in high school. So
it doesn't mean anything. You can you can't judge anybody. Do you have a girlfriend or anything, Luke?
Nope.
Okay, so if anybody wants to date a tractor puller, we got one live right here. We'll start. Well, where do you want to start the bidding process at, Luke?
Doesn't matter, wherever you guys want to take it.
You're a tractor puller though, so we gotta. It's not cheap to run these things, as you know. So.
And a Friday night Wisner winner as well there.
Seriously?
Class, yeah. Yeah.
Holy cow! What a big deal.
Big deal. Luke
Dream
Schmidt.
in Wisner. That's something the guys always kind of been looking forward to, and actually get it down up there. That was really cool.
So how old are you, Luke?
I'm 17.
17 years old. Definitely a young gun. Definitely a young gun. Dave Nelson says you're blushing already, Luke.
That's our goal, Luke. That's our
I got
goal.
a text from Dave probably 5-10 minutes ago. He said, "Smile big, you'll do fine." So
Yeah. So how long you been pulling, Luke? I know I seen you pulling last year. How long before that? I mean, what age did you start?
it would have been, I was probably 10 years old when I first started. It was on my grandpa's John Deere G, and the thing wasn't running very good, and we tugged it out of the shed, brought it home, and kind of refreshed it a little bit, and went to a local antique pull, and that would have been my first ever hook. And then I drove that probably only 3 or 4 times. And then we bought Tristan Myers and Jeff Myers. They had a Super MTA. We got that. I hooked it a couple of times. And then I started running around at Clayton a lot when he was pulling Super Farm. And never really got a chance to go. So I turned 14 then. Dad had bought me a 1066 hot farm, it was a mod farm tractor, and I hooked it out that summer, and we ended up selling that back to the guy that we bought it from. And then I just ran around at Clayton, and then I started driving last year at the Super Farm. First hook was in Rock Valley, and been pulling ever since.
Yeah, I can remember announcing a pull last year that you won as well. Now, for the life of me, I can't remember which one, but
That was Rock Valley. That would have been Saturday night. Yeah.
okay. Was that your only win last year then?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Rock Valley Saturday night, that's a pretty big deal too.
Yeah.
So who's your pit crew?
Well, it just kind of varies. Like this last weekend, it was my brother and my dad. Otherwise, some good family friends from back here at home. Sean Earl and Andrea Zeggers. Sean drives the truck and stuff for me when mom and dad and Clayton and them can't go. So if I got to give them guys a big thank you too for all that they've done for me throughout this summer, running, being able to go when we can. And otherwise, it's usually just about it. If it's not Sean and Andrea, it's usually my family, my brother and my dad, and we just go.
There's a lot of comments, Ron, flying up here. I think
I see that.
people like Luke. So.
I see that. Jamie Yankee says she was your best pit crew at Pierce.
Yeah, she did. She helped me out. She gave me a couple pointers before I pulled. I think that was a Nebraska. Yeah, that was a Nebraska bush hook up there.
Right. Yeah, she went out of bounds there Saturday night. She got a little wild coming down the track and got out of bounds. But we're going to talk to her next week, I think. Jamie Yankee, another young gun. Now, the young guns are coming out of the woodwork here.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool to see.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You better. This is what happens when.
Yep.
This is what happens when you start thanking people. You always forget somebody. Now Nicholas's butt hurt a little bit.
Yep. He slided.
Yep. You want to say something to Nick right now? Get it over with, Luke.
He does a pretty good job videoing for me.
Okay.
Now, is there anyone else? You didn't forget anyone, have you? Have you forgotten anyone else?
The way it sounds and the way these comments keep coming up, I think I've been forgetting a lot of them.
Sound like you're going to have a lot of help the next time you go pulling anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Probably going to be like 30 people there, it looks like, Ron.
That's pretty cool. So who'd you look up to growing up in the pulling world? Who'd you look up to? Who was your heroes?
Probably my brother and my dad. Watching them growing up pulling and stuff, it was always pretty cool. I was always into it. It's always something I wanted to do. I always had a good passion for it. And now to actually be able to do it like them guys are doing and be competing with the guys that have been doing it forever, it's pretty cool for me, And another guy that I've always kind of looked up to, thought was always cool, was Esden Lane. He was actually in Wisner last weekend, so that was really cool to see him run, first time ever. So
yeah, that was extremely cool to see Esden Lane up there. A lot of selfies taken with Esden Lane over the weekend in Wisner.
Yeah.
So, if you had your choice of class, Luke, what would it be? I mean, would you stay Super Farm, or would you go up to Diesel Super or Pro Stock? Or
that's tough. I've always thought it'd be cool to have a Pro Stock, but then again, us Super Farm guys in the Outlaws, we all have such a good bond. We get along with everybody. It'd be hard to really leave that class. We all go to the same area where we change to Pro Stock or anything else like that. Well, we're down in Missouri, and then we never really get to see any of them guys. And I'm not saying we wouldn't make new friends or nothing like that. It's just we've got a good bond, good friendships with all them guys, so it'd be tough to really change from what we are.
Right. You Super Farm's definitely a tough class. I mean, points wise, always kind of goes down to the wire every year with the Outlaws. And you never know who's going to win one week to next. I mean, there's not really a dominant tractor in there right now. I mean, about the time you say there is one, somebody comes out and starts beating them. So I think some of the pullers will have a streak here and there, but there's not really any dominance by any one tractor right now in that class. So now you mentioned your grandpa gave you your first tractor, gave you your first shot. Your dad pulled and your brother pulls too. Is that right?
Yep. Which my dad hasn't drove the tractor since probably 15 or 16. And then Clayton and him kind of shared it their dad's last couple of years. And then Clayton kind of took over. And then it would have been, I believe, 15. Clayton ran the point circuit, and Dad hooked it a couple of times that year. And then I think we ended up third that year in the points. And then 16, it was all Clayton driving it. And then in 17, we ran the points again. And I think we got third again that year too. And then, last year I ran all the polls that we had with the COVID deal. And I ended up getting, there's three of us that all tied for third in the points. Me and both Andrews tractors, the Burley Buck and the Dakota Deer, we all tied for third. So.
Now, last year was the first time you actually drove the Super Farm?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Were you nervous the first time?
I was, but I wasn't at the same. I had my brother that he was helping me, trying to calm me down and everything. I had a test hook Thursday night. We went up there Thursday night last year, and that really calmed me down a lot, getting that first pass out of me, and then coming out Friday for the first actual competition hook. It really helped a lot, and so.
I think there's a little trash talking going on here now, Jason.
I'm leaving that one. I'm gonna pin that one to the screen, Ron. So
that's just fair.
How do you say that last name? Kuma? Is it Kuma? Is that what it is? I think, Luke.
Kuima.
Kuima Mama.
I don't know. Everybody says it different. That's just what I always said.
Luke Dalton coming is saying, Luke Schmidt, you better pull at Pierce again next year. That another one of your pit crew there?
No, he's just a good buddy. He lives up there, so. Good
deal. So who do you see as your biggest competition in your class? Who do you fear the most?
That's tough. There's a lot of good tractors in our class, and there isn't a one of them that I wouldn't say would ever, win it. They're all very good. Like you said earlier, they're all very competitive, and all of them have just as good as a chance as any other of the ones in our class.
Right.
But if it comes down to really saying one, I really don't know. They all run good. So,
I think that guy from Beersford, South Dakota would make me a little nervous. The elder gentleman from of the two from Beersford, South Dakota, the Dakota Deer, he's pretty tough. Wisner Camp's pretty tough too.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
And of course that team from Rock Valley, that Kuima dude was just commenting. We know how to pronounce his last name. We're just giving him a hard time. So
we always give Kurt a little bit of crap about that too. We always say, well, if Dave's driving, we really got something to worry about. Good driver too. Just got to say that.
Now we know where the trash talking's coming from, Jason. See?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So your favorite place to hook?
If I really like Rock Valley. I'd say that's probably my favorite place to pull. I think it's just because that was the first place that I actually got to go down the track. That was my first win up there, and it's cool up there.
Yeah, definitely a fun event. I mean, Wisner is too. I look forward to the Wisner events. Oh, can you see what Jason's doing there? I think you're going to watch his run from Friday night pulled up.
Really good running, John.
That one's Saturday.
This is Saturday?
Yeah.
Luke Schmidt. How do you
Listen to that awesome announcer's voice. Woohoo!
That guy.
Good.
His voice was waning a little bit at that point, I'll tell you that.
Nice pass.
And that was Saturday?
That was 351 and change, I believe, right?
Yeah. Yep. That was Saturday night's run.
You can see it went right past the leader flag there.
This would be Friday night.
So there's the leader. That's cool to come to the end of the class like that too, towards the end of the winter. Did you get excited about right there?
Yeah, before I started pulling that night, I told my brother, I said, I don't know if I really got to get down there. Everybody else, they were either a little bit short or they were way back. And I really didn't think so. Chad had a good pass laid down, and we found a good bite in the track, and somehow we got down there. So it was pretty cool.
So Reagan was doing video at Wisner?
Yeah, Reagan videoed in Wisner for me.
You didn't mention her name, did you? You're forgetting people still.
Luke, you're getting the most comments we've had. This is fun.
Now, Austin Weisenkamp, I'm assuming he's related to Chad.
Yeah, that's Chad's boy, Austin. Yep.
Gotcha.
Talking a little smack. I like it.
So how many wins do you have in total since you started pulling Super Farm?
I think I'm at 5 now.
5 wins, 2 outlaw wins, or?
Yep, 2 outlaw wins and 2 bush wins. So.
Okay, awesome.
All right here at the end of the season. I mean, we started off the year, the tractor's running pretty good. And then we started having injection pump problems. We kept shearing off all our bolts on the front of our hub, on our injection pump. And then we finally got that fixed. And our first hook, once we got that fixed, was back at David City, which was our hometown. Well, then all of a sudden our clutch didn't want to cooperate. It was out of adjustment. And we figured that out after we went and pulled in Pierce. And we stopped at Steve Cavan's on our way down to Pawnee City. And we had Steve adjust our clutch for us and got it all set back to what it needed it to be. And we ended up getting the win that night in Pawnee City. And then we went to Concord that next night. And I think I got a 4th.
Brady Andrews is inquiring whether or not you're coming to Madison, South Dakota on Saturday.
Oh, I don't know. That's a long drive. I'll try and convince somebody to drive me up there. It'd be nice to go up there.
With all those pit crew members, you should find somebody that should be able to drive, right?
Well, but
Yeah.
Ron, all we got was a bunch of photographers and wannabes. Is all we had in that gang, I think.
Yeah. None of them got a CDL either to drive the truck for me.
Tyler Spanansky says, "What a stud."
So you're 17 years old, so you're a senior this year?
Yep.
Senior in high school. What kind of aspirations do you have? What you looking at college right now?
He wants to be a professional tractor puller, Ron. Come on, it makes a lot of money.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing?
It would be nice to, but
Yeah.
that way. But no, I want to go and go to UNL, University of Nebraska, and get into an ag program, and then hopefully I can come back home and farm then once I'm done with school and kind of see where it goes from there, I guess. I don't
Very
know.
cool. Spend your weekends in the summer tractor pulling.
Yeah, try to anyway.
Very cool. As a, let's see, somebody's we've got a spot for the Madison, South Dakota pool. 6,000 to 8,000 plus people, it says. You can't miss that, Luke, in Madison.
I'd really
Big
like
deal.
if there's anybody out there that wants to drive the truck for me, that would be greatly appreciated.
Matt Skego he has a Class A CDL, and then
Yeah.
Dalton says Luke Schmidt CDL, certified driver's license. Boom, boom, boom. So
Well, good thing I said something. Now I got some drivers.
let's line it up. Let's line it up.
So, I mean, you obviously have a lot of friends. I mean, all these folks are interested in pulling, and they're around your age too, I'm assuming.
Yep.
So, the sport of pulling in general, just as a young man, 17 years old, I mean, what do you think the sport needs to attract more younger fans?
I think that what's going on now with like this podcast, getting it on social media, the people that are going to be on it, just keep sharing it, try and get it out there as much as possible. Like I know a lot of my buddies, they follow Jason's page, the Beer Money Pulling Team, and a lot of them join on the podcast and stuff like that. And I think it's great. I mean, I think everything's going in the right direction here with all the social media stuff, trying to push it as much as possible. I think it's going good.
The younger generation, the TikTok really now too, Luke, has been crazy. It's funny how I had people come. I stayed close to home this weekend. I burnt some pistons last weekend, and my engine builder wanted it to stay a little closer to home. That's why I didn't go to Wisner, even though I'm bummed out about that. But it's funny. I had people come to me and say, "Did you know your tractor's on Sydney Summers TikTok?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm pretty good friends with them, and we park next. But she's hot." Yeah. I'm like, "I know. I mean, yeah, duh. I mean, she's 18, so we can't talk like that because I'm 45." And it was so funny how all these young guys like you, Luke, were like, because I mean, I think I'm a big deal on the old Facebook. That's the joke we have around here with all my buddies. And then like, "Oh, did you know your tractor's on Sydney Summers TikTok?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, this has gone full circle." But it made me laugh. And this is what I've always wanted, Luke, because I want everybody posting where they're going, pictures of their truck, their tractor, not just me. We need all of us to do that. And it helps because I'll tell you, I'll bet, and I love to bet Ron $100. But I will bet you at least 200 or 300 people that were not going to go to Wisner on Saturday night went to Wisner Saturday night because Esden Lane was there on Friday night. Because that's some legendary stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. And not that if that kind of makes sense, like they've been watching Esden since the 70s and the 80s. Do you know what I mean? And to have him in Wisner, Nebraska, because before the Outlaws, there was the NTPA and there was only the NTPA, Luke, and you're too young for that. But they all went around to these big towns. But then now I feel like it's kind of geographic in a way, you know what I mean? Where this club kind of stays here and this club kind of stays here and this club kind of stays there. They haven't seen, Esden Lane pull in maybe 20 years in Nebraska. So that was really, really cool that he came out there. So I'm glad you mentioned that. So
like when I seen his trailer, I was walking down to the drivers meeting that day and I was kind of looking over. I seen Hoffman's trailer and I was going to go talk to them guys. And then I seen Redline Fever at the end of the trailer. Like, wait a second, here. It was pretty cool. And then I seen him at the meeting, and it was neat, really.
Did you get a selfie with him, Luke?
I did not. I had an opportunity to go talk to him.
Yeah, if Essen would have charged like $5 for every selfie, he could have paid for his fuel back home. No
Exactly.
doubt. I've seen so many selfies.
Jerry Setter, one of my buddies, got his chest autographed, has been signed his chest. So it's a lot of fun with all that stuff. So, how old is Dalton, Luke, the one that keeps chattering all the time?
Oh, I think he's 19.
Is he bigger than me, or can I talk some smack? Like, is he going to punch me?
You could talk some smack on him.
All right, listen here, Dalton. I got my tractor running 3 weeks ago, buddy. You know, what do you want me to do? I live in Wisconsin, kiddo. I live in Wisconsin, but definitely want to be there next year. Then I got to stick up for myself here. So at this Iowa State Fair, Clayton, the Pro Stock 4x4 were on the grandstand track, and the first 2 trucks went down the right side of the track, and then Chain Stretcher went to the top left side of the track, you know, close to the grandstands, and then, you know, end up winning the class. I looked at Ron and I said over the microphone, I'll bet you $100 every single truck runs that top line the rest of the class. He goes, Jason, you know there's like 22 more trucks. And I was like, all right, I don't want to bet anymore, because Ron's like, at least one of them will come down, you know. And they did it. They did it. They all stayed. They all ran that top line, and I could have won $100 from Stoner. And I was like, oh man.
They all did, and not one of them touched him. It's crazy.
Oh,
Nobody rolled the dice. Yeah. Runyan's talking a little smack now. You know, I didn't back out. We didn't.
No. We know that. And then Runyan, he just probably wants us to talk about this Chickasha, Oklahoma thing coming up.
Probably. Yeah. And his favorite pizza toppings. We can get into that too. Well, Luke, buddy, you want to give a shout out to anybody while you're on here?
No, hold on, Luke. Be careful. If you missed anybody, they're going to call you out, because we've clearly seen that. I mean, did you take notes before you came on, Luke? Or
No, I didn't. I just straight from scratch. But if I honestly, you know, I got a lot of good buddies and stuff. They come, they'll watch me, and they'll help out any way possible they can. I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings anymore. But everybody that ever came to any of my polls or watched and helped out, I appreciate it. It's great to have people following and helping out. But it really comes down to it. I really want to thank my mom and dad and my brother for all that they've helped me out with polling. And it's a great opportunity for me. That's for sure. There's not a lot of people at my age that get to run a tractor, and for me, it's really cool.
That's true.
The one thing, Luke, I've been very impressed with is that comment is so spot on. Like, we get to do what like maybe 1% of the population gets to do. You know what I mean? It's probably less than that if we did the math, right? To get to drive a truck and a tractor at a national event like that. And every one of you guys that we've had on the show, and the Outlaws, all the young guns, and not just the Outlaws, but everywhere, guys are all super humble. If I was 17 and I won Wisner, I don't know how humble I'd be. Oh, I love it.
I was pretty excited about it. And then, we were parked next to the Red Rock trailer, and Kurt has this dog bowl. The Red Rock trailer has a dog bowl, a dog dish. And whoever wins in our class, they always go, that's the thing. Whoever wins gets soaked with freezing water. Well, I don't even know if I quite made it down the ramp after taking my fire suit inside the trailer, and I was soaked head to toe in freezing water. Brought back to reality pretty fast.
It's a super farm thing.
Yeah.
Well, Bronson Gibbons is calling you out too, saying the famous Luke Schmidt there.
Yeah.
And then Reagan, the best video recorder ever. So.
Yeah. No, she does a good job. I just give her a hard time.
All right, let's go for a couple more minutes. Let's give you a couple more minutes to roast Luke here. If anybody's got any final comments, any funny stories, if his parents are watching and they want to send us any pictures in his underwear running around he's 4, anything like that, we'll share it up here on the screen, right, Ron? So.
We'll screen them first before we put anything up there. But
yeah, the screening committee's the screening committee's sober tonight. I'm drinking water, so it's all good. So I will behave a little bit. Luke, did you see the governor of Iowa when she came to the poll at the Iowa State Fair?
We didn't go to the Iowa State Fair. I started school that week, and I couldn't quite convince Mom to let me go skip school the first week to go up there, so we didn't get to make it down.
Oh, okay. Well, Ron was signing doctor's notes so that weekend for people if they need to get out of school or whatever, so we can get that done.
I was.
I know the guy to get hold of next time then.
We were calling him Dr. Stone. On Tuesday, we told anybody in the stands if they needed to skip work, Dr. Stone would write them a note to come back on Wednesday.
That's right. That's right.
So Austin Weisenkamp says, boy, do I have some pictures. And then he says, but I'll refrain. Oh, no, Austin. This is what it's all about. And then Chadley Andrews says, great job down in Wisner, Luke. So
Thanks, Chad.
Yeah, their tractors are running really good.
Yes, they are. They're very good running tractors up there.
The Andrews boys are pretty tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was cool this year. Brady, I think it was his first time that he drove in 2 years or so, if I remember right, and he got the win.
Yeah.
That was neat.
I think he's won – I know he's won 2, maybe 3 driving that tractor this year. I know he won at Ottawa. Yeah, he does a real good job driving.
Yes,
I mean, Chad does as well, but
yeah.
For Brady to come out like that and hadn't driven in a while and drive the way he did, doing a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
hey, Luke, how big is your graduating class where you go to school?
16 of us.
16 of you.
Yeah, it's small school.
That's all right. It's the Midwest. I had 30 in my graduating class. Don't feel bad. So, Well, if I would have stayed in Iowa, I moved to Wisconsin, but I had 28 kids in my graduating class if I would have stayed in Iowa. So, good small town stuff there. Any other tractor pullers from your town?
Nope, not really. Not really close to us. No.
Now, Jamie needs to be careful because isn't she coming on next week?
She is.
So, Luke, you might want to tune in next Tuesday. Not going to roast Luke, but I will say he's now the first person I looked at to talk down the track with. We bounce ideas off each other, and it helps. Oh, that was a compliment. Okay.
Yeah, that's the first compliment I probably ever got.
I like it. Didn't she had her senior pictures taken in Wisner, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Cody, I think Cody Vanderholm did them.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
I saw her first pull last year at West Point. Was the first time she had ever driven. You were there too, Luke. I remember. But Jamie, her very first trip down the track on a 4-1 was last year at West Point.
So Coy was coming hard tonight.
Uh-oh.
Look at Luke's face. Look at Luke's face. That's your face is international red right now, Luke.
Well, yeah.
No story, huh?
No.
You're gonna refrain? Okay. All right.
No comment on one.
Oh, I love it. This is fun.
Koima starting all kind of trouble.
He's good like that.
Yeah.
So Luke, in all seriousness, what do you got left for the rest of the year for pulling? What's the plans?
I guess if right now, I don't know if we got to go anywhere else. Might just stay in the shed the rest of the year. Otherwise, we Madison, South Dakota is still kind of up in the air. Kind of driver to go up there. I'll really consider going up there. And then I believe Spencer, Iowa has our class, and I really don't know if we'll go there or not. I'd say if we don't go to Madison, we probably won't end up in Spencer.
Gotcha.
Oh.
No, it's a lot of work getting around. We talk about that from time to time. It's more than just showing up. I wish it was just showing up and driving them. I need to find somebody to fly me to the polls. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you are a big deal. It's possible.
Well, no, only on Facebook, but I think it's wearing off because I was on Sydney Summers' TikTok, so it's all good. It's all good.
You made a cameo appearance on her TikTok.
I did. That was fun too. It was fun, and it got way more views on her TikTok than it would have got on my TikTok. I told Sydney, I said we had the puller meal, and I said, just imagine if I was cute like you, how many followers I would have. And her dad just started laughing. So
yeah.
oh, it's a good time.
So Luke, well, I hope, buddy, I hope we get to see you this weekend, and hope we see you in Spencer as well. There on the 19th of September. So, Pam Shellum saying, hope to see you at the Village Saturday, Luke.
We'll try. I'll try anyway. I want to.
Okay. All right, buddy.
We'll get you. I think, Luke, I think we found you a driver tonight somewhere. I think somebody's going to reach out to you here in the Outlaw family and haul your little butt up to or down or east or west. I don't even know where it all is, but it's fun.
It's the Outlaws. It's fun. I met some of my best friends ever through tractor pulling. Some people that I talk to every day through tractor pulling.
But the guy who gave you the number 2 tattoo, I would stay clearly away from him. Okay.
Yeah. Usually.
I have a feeling,
buddy.
I'm not going to say it, but I have a feeling. That's all. I have a feeling I know where this is going. We'll talk about it later. All good.
All right, Luke. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for your opportunity. This is really cool to actually be up on this and broadcasting pulling. It's cool.
We love it. Just keep sharing where you're going, buddy. That's all you got to do. So
all right, famous super farm puller Luke Schmidt, folks.
Thank you,
hold on. What's your nickname, Luke?
I don't really have one, I guess.
So you probably want to think one real quick, or you're about okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, you got 60 seconds to start typing possible nicknames for Luke in the comments. I'll start the clock. So just have some fun, Luke. Because Hollywood is Tristan Myers. We got to just go with that. We got the Omer Mafia now. Ron and I have been working hard this year to have a little bit of fun with everybody. So there's about a 15-second delay from Facebook to live here, so they'll start popping in here in a little bit. I expect to see something from Reagan and that Dalton and all the other people, Jamie, all the other people that we're picking on.
Yeah.
All the folks that know the backstories on Luke Schmidt, they're going to be chiming in. So,
it's amazing. Ever since I started the Snapchat, my computer wouldn't work for some reason doing this, so I had to join in on my phone.
Yep.
It's working good. Luke, Dad says he will haul for you to South Dakota. So there you go.
I'd be all right with me. So.
Brad Caudell, Luke the Duke. Here, these are good. These are good. Chris Mine says Andrew Maestru, aka Princess.
Oh boy.
How about just number 2? I knew that was coming. This is good. Luke Super Farm Walker, from Star Wars, Luke. So, and Dalton says, I ain't got nothing. Really, Dalton? Out of all the comments tonight. So, well, Luke, we're done shaming you. You're a fine young man. You've passed our test, and we're going to let you come back on sometime, okay?
All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Good luck in Madison, South Dakota this week because you're getting a ride.
Saturday.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Right,
Up there.
Take care, bud.
All right. Bye.
Now that was fun, Ron. That was fun.
He turned as red as this stripe on my shirt right here. Cool hand loop. There you go. That's a good one.
That.
That's a good one.
I like that a lot.
That's not bad.
No, I like it.
We're going to get Runyan on here in a few minutes. He's got a little pull coming up this Saturday as well down in Chickasha, Oklahoma. The Thunder in Tornado Alley, the name of that event. We should probably talk about what happened this past week a little bit, maybe.
Was there a poll this last weekend?
There was, 1 or 2, I think.
Do you feel like the last month of your life has just been a blur, Ron?
Yeah. Just, you know what? When I'm announcing, I'm thinking, well, so and so, this next puller won. I can't think of when it was. At West Point, I'm thinking, okay, when was that? It was last week. It seems like it was a couple of weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. But July, August are pretty crazy. August is the craziest with all the events. But yeah, it's kind of a blur. The weekend's kind of a blur as well. It was so busy up there, and but Wisner lived up to its reputation. It was a great event, and the weather was great. And Friday night, I thought all day Friday they were predicting 70% chance of thunderstorms and possibly severe. And then about 2 hours before the event, the forecast changed to 10 and 20% chance of just rain. A little cool front came in and actually made it pretty nice. Got pretty cool Friday night. But great weekend, great track, great pulling, great crowd.
The track, I was showing some videos, Ron, last night during Let's Grow Pulling to open up the show, and I actually went live for about 30 minutes and showed the pro stocks and I think the two-wheelers just to kind of, I love just teasing people throughout the week for 30 minutes what they're missing on outlawpulling.tv.
Sure.
And that track looked awesome. I mean, I was looking at the amount of dirt they were piling up and where the weights on the front end of the tractors and listening to their engines work. And yeah, I need to get my butt to Wisner. So it's all good.
You do. I mean, and you haven't been, have you?
Never. No, I was super excited.
Well,
yeah, the tractor, Tony got the remedy started 3:00 Friday afternoon. We took it down to Illinois. There's a pull like an hour and a half from Tony's. And then it was like on a dirt track, nothing to really find out what we had. And we took it up to Sauk on Saturday. And it was good to pull close to home, but the text messages and the Snapchats that I got from everybody, everybody was up all night long. Some of you people saw the Sunday morning sun. Yeah, for sure. So
I tell you, the Chris Meintz driving a light modified, he swept the weekend with his Hemi-powered light modified tractor. He won Friday night, and on Saturday, talking to him, he showed me a picture of his oil filter, and it was just full of all kind of bad stuff, just clogged with bad stuff. And he comes back, cleans the oil filter, changes the oil, comes back, and runs it anyway. And it's like, like he said, it's Wisner, am I going to just park it? Maybe somewhere else, maybe. But he ran it and won the class again and went out to 390 something. And even they red flagged him because he was going so far out there, just dominated with a hurt motor. And Blake Ott will win the points in that class. That was the last hook for the light modifieds with the Foreign Affairs machine. And it's just, that's it. I mean, you put it all on the line for these big events like that, and the Wisners, the Rock Valleys, those big events like that, the Iowa State Fairs, guys are going to do that. They're going to hurt equipment. They know they're going to hurt equipment, and they're just going to do it anyway because of where.
What mod class is Chris in? The light mod class?
That's the light. It's called light limited mod on the.
I'm just scrolling through the video. He pulled Friday and Saturday night at Wisner, right?
Yep. It was, I know it was I think it was the first class, one of the first classes on Saturday night. If not the first class, Saturday night.
I got Friday night up now. I see the pro fields.
And he may have been the first hook, even first or second hook. But he had the 300-foot flagman running backwards at a good clip. I'm not even sure if he could see the red flag because he was past him when he was throwing it. But, yeah, he had a pretty dominant weekend. Marty Selman, Loretta Selman got a win Saturday night.
Yeah, I love their whole rig. It's matches. It's so sharp. It is so sharp. What night was a big night for the long pole, the 390?
That was Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Saturday. It was early. The sun was shining.
Yep, I'm just jumping into Saturday night right now. Just the trees and stuff is so cool. I just watching all the pictures from the pits and stuff like that.
Yeah, the staging area is awesome there. It's all shaded. Yeah, he went 390.52. Next puller closest to him was 358.7. So 12 tractors.
That's a few.
Yeah. Now that's on
This is Saturday night.
That's on the other track. He was the first puller on that track. So yeah, Mike should be next in the order there on the other track.
Yeah, Omer swept light supers and Medding got pro stocks. Is Medding back? Is he close to Porter now? Because I know he fell back at the fair. Because Porter had an early hook.
In the point standings.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the lead. He has a 10-point lead now over Gray Porter.
Because Gray, he picked up a bunch on Friday night, I think. And then him and Gray went 1-2 on Saturday night, I believe, right? This is Chris's tractor, right?
Yes, that's Chris Mites.
See that little Boyd sticker down there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris did not mess around.
That was a Boyd's motor, if I remember correctly.
It is, yeah. Shannon Leisner called me when he was out there. We were talking about something else, and he said, "Yeah, I got an Outlaw mod in you right now." So,
Mod fired up. We're going to get this big old blue Ford out here going down the track. This will be Bronson Gibbons.
Bronson was talking
Riverdale,
smack
Nebraska.
with Luke earlier, Ron.
He was.
Bronson driving a big blue Ford. He calls Razzmatazz.
Yeah, I met Bronson up in Rock Valley, Ron.
Ford. People get behind him right here. The Razzmatazz. No, Razzmatazz having a little problem there.
Yeah, he jumped on it right away, but he's got 100 foot. Give it up and give it another shot here. We'll give every puller that option. They shut it down before 100 foot mark.
Yeah.
Back up, give it one more try.
Bullwagon went number 2 on Sunday.
Across. Just to give you an idea of the rules, 485 cubic inch limit. DOT tires, 33 inches tall, 12.5 inches wide. Single carburetor. Cast iron block, and they must run on gasoline. That gasoline that they run is BP Q16. It's 116 octane oxygenated racing gas. All of our vehicles run on BP fuels. The engine and sheet metal must match. If it's a Ford truck, got to have a Ford motor in it. These trucks will turn upwards of 10,000 revolutions per minute. And some of them will actually eclipse that and go over that mark. Making about 1,150, 1,200 horsepower.
Yeah, then four-wheel drive. You may see this a couple of times throughout the night. They are ever so particular getting them out of the hole there. They got to be just right on the throttle, sliding the clutch to get those things to hook up. They get doing that bouncing number, and the guys do not like it. They know it kills. Need a pull-off vehicle on the track. Pull-off vehicle on the track, please. Having some problems
Yep.
with the big.
You're right,
Ford
Bronson.
pull-off on the
You
track.
made your debut and you broke.
We got a fire in Chris Mike's tractor out of Portland, Nebraska. Last night's winner in this light modified class. We've got 13 light mod. A lot of different power plants in this light modified class. Single 1471 supercharged Chrysler Hemi. You know what? When you're driving a pulling tractor, that's the most beautiful sight in the world to see that 300-foot flag and running backwards.
You ain't a kidding, and running he was.
Yeah, that was a bullet right there, Ron. That was a bullet.
Yeah, great crowd up there too. Real responsive. I mean, they were paying attention to the leader flags. And, you know, being an announcer in the middle of the track, you don't have the best vantage point to tell when somebody gets past that leader flag. A lot of times you could tell just by the crowd's response when they get past
Right.
the tell they have when the crowd gets crazy down there and starts making noise. Like, you know, it's at least really close or they just blew by it.
Yep. The Thunderdome, the beer tent, which side is that on? Is that right back there, or where's it
Nope, it's on the opposite side. If
at? Okay.
right behind where the cameraman is there would be the Thunderdome.
How many years have you been going to Wisner, Ron?
I think this was my third. I think it was my third year. Yeah.
Okay. So the crowd was the crowd as big? Was it bigger? I mean, I know we didn't have it last year, but what do you remember crowd wise, just from your eyesight
It was a good crowd. I honestly think it might have been a little bit bigger 2 years ago.
Okay.
But then when I look at some of the video of it, I mean, it's like, wow, it was a big crowd.
It's hard to tell.
And people get out there early. There's a lot of people that sit in lawn chairs there, and they mark their spots. There's when you first get there. I mean, I got there Thursday, and the grass is just full of lawn chairs. People marking their spots out there, and it's like, I wonder how long these have been here. And I heard, some people bring their chairs out there a week before to mark their territory where they're going to sit. So, pretty interesting.
Wow.
That they do that. Yeah, the track held together really good.
So you guys got out there basically Thursday night. I saw a lot of pictures on Snapchat and Facebook and stuff. And look, did they have like a puller meal Thursday night and some music, it sounded like? Or was that you singing?
The local VFW, I guess it's tradition there. They have a fish fry for all the pullers and the crew, the outlaw crew to come in. And it's real close to the track. It's not far. So everybody goes there and eats a good meal and some fish. And, I took part in that as well. I love fish, so I was all over it. And, had a few adult beverages and it was a good time.
That's what it's all about.
So Iowa State Fair, I mean, going back to, let's see. Russell says he was in the pits for 4 hours. Easy, very easy to do, Russell. Very, very easy to do once you get to talking to pullers. You could be out there all night.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you hear something start up, like, oh, they're starting to pull.
So your summation of the Iowa State Fair, go back a couple days before there.
It was, we talked about it a lot. It was first time I've been back in 4 years, Ron, and it was just awesome. It's going to be a great facility. The Elwell family donated a large sum of money there, and they're not done. It doesn't sound like the way Dave explained it to you and I. And Kurt was that there's going to be a couple more phases. They're going to add more bleachers and uncover the grandstands, basically. And I think that's kind of when they're going to do their big official, presentation to the family. But
right.
And that track's got the makings of being some good stuff. And it was fun because I didn't hear one negative. I mean, we all knew it wasn't going to be a great track because the dirt's only been in there 45 days. Nobody in their world could put something in there for 45 days and make it awesome. So kudos to everybody. And you weren't joking Tuesday night. I don't think the last vehicle went down the track and that thing was ripped up and Bauer was re-rolling it and packing it. And they had a sheep's foot out there and they were doing everything they could to get all that going. So
yeah, he was all over it for sure.
Dalton, I'm Beer Money Pull on Snapchat. So
see, you are a big deal.
Beer Money Pulling Team. There's Dalton. There's me on the Snapchat.
So just a part of the week here, we did have 3 points finales. 2 at the Iowa State Fair. The 3200 Pro Field class, Gary Cavanaugh, Red Edge 2, wins the points in that 3200 Pro Field. Mark Crowley, the Hot Iron, going to win the points in the modified, naturally aspirated 2-wheel drive. And then at Wisner, the light modified tractors, Blake Ott will win the points with Foreign Affairs. So some of the points runs starting to come to an end here as we get close to the end of the season.
So, Ron, this is a picture I found last night, and then I posted on Outlaw last night. But this Mark Twig photographer, this is such a cool photo. And what got me right away is I knew he was standing at the starting line in the other grandstands, basically.
Right.
And, his shoot here, sorry. It says, another view of the new Elwell Family Park on the afternoon of 8/18, Iowa State Fair. The photo was taken from the west end of the grandstands. So just so cool. It's such a neat photo, Ron. It's just if that doesn't tune up. And I think that's one of Yarrick's pro stocks going down the track. Looks like it, like the dirt. Is it the dirt slinging deer? Is that what they call it?
It's one of theirs. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like the paint job.
Grandstand. Their plans are to double the size of that and then put a roof over that, and then put more stands on either end on the hills there. So they're planning really big things for that park right there to hold a lot of people.
Because I would think if they double that, that puts us 6,000 in the stands, Ron, and then easily a couple thousand on each side, starting line and finish line. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, you put a roof over that grandstand too. It's going to be a little more inviting for, a midday event like that in the middle.
Well, and I want everybody to understand why we have to have a midday event at the Iowa State Fair. It's because of the grandstand acts. The Tuesday night we heard the Beach Boys getting ready, and I don't know who played Wednesday night, Ron, but
Sticks was there Wednesday night.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's a fair. They got stuff going on all day long, and that's why they got to to know all of that. But it was just I still get goosebumps thinking about it, Ron. That we announced in the announcer stand where George Hendrickson and Dave Bennett messaged us, on Facebook right before the show started. It was pretty. I got to see Warren Ropp. I mean, that's my idol here, pulling hero growing up with the Iron Elk Diesel Super Stock. I mean, it was neat, Ron. It was neat, and I think once everybody knows it's back next year, I think there'll be even a bigger crowd than there was this year. It was hot. I'm not kidding you. I talked to a lot of people sitting in the sun, and they said it was all that they needed, basically. So.
Yeah. You look like you got a little sun this past week, buddy.
I think I'm just naturally beautiful and just full of color.
You're just that olive skin. Huh?
I'm full of something, is what everybody always says.
So. Let's get our buddy Josh on here.
Yeah.
From Oklahoma.
He hasn't popped on yet. So
Josh, where are you, buddy?
He was talking smack earlier, so I figured he'd be jumping in here.
Where's he at?
It's is that Outlaw and TTPA, or what's he all got going on down there? Is it all Outlaw?
You know what? I'm not sure if he has any other classes. He may. I know we get a lot of comments on Beer Money and like, why is we need more pulling in Oklahoma or whatever, and so this is your chance. He's got the link. Think he knew he was supposed to come on tonight? Yeah. Of course, I told him about 7:45, and then we got to talking. So yeah, imagine that. Well, you and I do a lot of show prep. Hey, Ron, how are you tonight? It's good to see you. Let's roll. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what he might have went out for a pizza. He does like his pizza. He does. It's called what is it? Thunder Tornado Alley? What's it called? Thunder and Tornado Alley. He says he hasn't seen a link. I sent him a link. That's two people now, Ron. Come on now. I'm looking at it here. All right. I'll send him the new link. How about that? I texted him the link. Maybe that was the issue. All right. He should be coming on here directly. I know they're having 7,400 mod tractors, 10 Pro tractors, and Super Mod 2-wheel drives. Now, if he's having some other classes from TTPA or Red River, something like that, I'm not sure what all he has planned other than the Outlaw classes. JR Pulling Productions is his Facebook page or Facebook group. I'm going to throw that into the comments. Everybody, if they could join that, that would be awesome. Bryce says, I hope Josh isn't in jail. That's what Brian Visco what? Said. Yeah. Why would he be in jail? I don't know. Did he eat too much pizza or what? Yeah. He ran into a little trouble on the way to Wisner. So I'll let him tell the story. It would be better. It would be better that way, I feel. Do you see him on there yet? Not yet. I will let you know. He's just now looking at I sent it via Messenger. He just looked at it. So maybe we'll see him here in a second.
Ron, it's okay. People expect a little, we don't have to move as fast as the Outlaw shows. This is our show. And if
That's
we
right.
take our time a little bit, we're not charging you to watch this.
Well, if we did, it would be really expensive.
It'd be really expensive. Yeah, like lots of dollars. Lots of sarcasm is what all we got.
Just dripping with it.
Dripping with it. Yes, well said.
Well, the Wi-Fi is a little slow down there in Oklahoma. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
There he is.
That doesn't look like jail, Ron.
Finally found the link that Ron never sent. So
Oh, I've sent it 3 times to you now.
going to invite somebody to the show and not even send them the link.
3
where they
times.
can
Here, I'm going to show it to you.
Well, maybe we really didn't want you on here, Josh. Maybe we were going to pretend that we invited you and then we didn't have you on. So
That's what I'm thinking. It's a
Look
conspiracy.
Twice I sent it to you. 3 times.
Dave Nelson said he's timing this, guys. So we got to rock and roll.
Uh-oh, here we go. Got to get down to 1.68 minutes between interviews. Is that what we got to do, Dave?
Yeah, it's
No, this is our show. This is our show. Okay.
Oh, and going back to thanks, Russell.
Hold on. What about this? What Hollywood say here?
Thanks a lot, Russell. Ron was up there working his heart out by himself. It's all good. No problem.
Josh, it says you guys. Quit being so sensitive.
You guys.
It says you guys. Quit being so sensitive.
Oh, got to give him a hard time.
Now we had 100. If you look at the app now, as far as total hooks, that's something different because you have breakage, you have people dropping, so you have more total hooks. But as far as competitors, we had 185 Friday night and 186 Saturday night. When we look at the app, so and then I think we had close to 200 with the drops, option pullers, and things like that. So those were 2 big nights of pulling. But I just want to throw those in there. But Josh, we wanted to bring you on and talk to you about Thunder and Tornado Alley, buddy.
Yeah, coming up on me quick. It's 4 days away now. Saturday night here in Chickasha at Grady County Fairgrounds. Going to have the pro stocks, the 2-wheel drives, and then the big mod tractors out here from the Outlaws. I was looking at the schedule a little bit ago. We were talking at Wisner that the season standings are wrapping up. That race is coming to an end quick. So I was looking. We've got 4 hooks left for the 2-wheel drives, 4 for the pro stocks after Chickasha, and then just 2 for the modifieds. So everybody working hard right now to gain every ground they can in that points race. It's winding up on us quick. This season is almost over.
Yeah, it's definitely getting close. It's hard to believe. Really hard to believe.
Thanks, Russell. I appreciate that. Get her done.
There you go. Well, what's funny is when I first met you and you said you were from Chickasha, Oklahoma, I thought it does not sound like an Oklahoma accent. And then we just found out 2 weeks ago, you're from West Virginia and probably about an hour from where I grew up.
Yeah. That Oklahoma's got a little bit of Appalachian Mountain influence in it,
Yeah, a little bit.
Like moonshine or what?
Oh, I can't say for sure, but it's got a good possibility.
There's some kind of look alike there, Josh. I don't know if you can see your screen, buddy.
Yeah, a little bit. I could throw on my sleeveless flannel, probably pull it off, put a fish hook on my hat. So
I like it. You can keep talking. I'm just doing my thing. This is what I do.
So when was
just
last
watching.
time we had the Outlaws at Chickasha, Oklahoma at the Brady County Fairgrounds?
To the best of our recollection, that's mine and Dave's, and going back through records, the best we could figure over a few cold beers, it's been about 10 years since the Outlaws have been down in Chickasha.
How did you manage to get that
up northwest, but not here.
How'd you manage to get that done this year?
Well, the fairgrounds, they've been real good to us. Went out. Yeah, I started looking into planning this last year, the weekend after Whitewright. I sat down with Dave and had a discussion of what all would need to be done, what I would need to do, who to get a hold of. And frankly, I've been running my fat little tail off for a year now, trying to get everything planned. But the fair board has changed hands, so to speak. So they've been real good dealing with us again, helping us out. Andy out at the fairgrounds, he's just practically bent over backwards. Anything we need, anything we've asked for, tried to meet every request we've had. So we're grateful for him. He's went a long way in helping this show come through for us. They've already got everything set up. Bleachers reorganized. They took a rodeo ring and made a pulling track out of it in just a couple of days. So they've done a great job. Been out there putting some water into the track. You know, rodeo rings, normally you get a little sandier conditions.
Yeah, right.
But we've been putting a lot of water into the track, getting that good sub-basin moisture into it. Got a guy coming down Friday. We're going to actually start opening up, rolling some of the rodeo dirt off, trying to get down and find some good clay to pull on too. So,
yeah, the rodeo arena is definitely a softer, sandier consistency. In my experience, I've actually pulled on a couple where they didn't dig down very deep, and I know it for a four-wheel drive pickup, it makes for a bouncy experience on that on sand. But yeah, you get down below that sand, you might find some good dirt under there.
Yeah, I know you used to here in Chickasha. You know, they used to pull in the old rodeo arena, and the new one is about 100 yards or so south of where the old one was. They built a brand new venue down there. But we used to go down, I would say 12 to 18 inches, and we would hit good, hard, solid clay, and it was always a power track before. So we're hoping that comes back this year to be able to get down and find that track. I've got Justin Gallion going to come down. He's going to build the track for us. If you don't know what he does, he is a professional dirt mover for a living. So if anybody knows about dirt, he would be the guy to have doing it. So
he's a PDM.
He is a PDM.
PDM, professional dirt mover. So what?
Yes,
are you having any other classes besides the outlaw classes?
Besides the outlaw classes, we're going to have a couple of exhibition hooks as long as everybody makes it like they should. Wayne Purser's supposed to come down out of Norman with the Uncle Sam run it. We're going to have a small street stock class. Looks like we're going to have maybe 4 to 6 guys in it, just street stock work pickups. Got some diesel guys coming from out east. Got a few locals right here interested in it. We'll see who shows up and what they do. And then possibly a couple of the big mega mud trucks on the big tractor tires wanting to come hook the sled and put on a show for the folks.
That'll be interesting.
It'll be a good time.
Well, as you talk about, the points race is winding down here. I mean, these guys are going to be letting it all hang out there in Chickasha. They're going to be putting the hammer down. Nobody's going to be taking it easy for sure.
Yeah, from Wisner on, it's no holds bar. Everybody doing everything they can to get ahead. I know Justin, we talked about him. He had some breakage down at De Leon. He actually stayed home from Wisner to put a new planetary system on his 2-wheel drive and pull the transmission out of the mod. Obviously, he has missed quite a few shows this year. He's not a points contender, but still planning on making the rest of the circuit, trying to be as competitive as possible. Cameron Neves out of McAdoo, Texas, down there, won Saturday night at Wisner. Was able to take the win home there. He actually got to the lead in the points with that win. So he's going to be charging hard. And, Donald Nelson and Wayne Longnecker, they're going to be doing everything they can to catch him and take that lead back from him. So it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, Gallion not really a factor in the points race, but that's the closest thing to a hometown pull that he's going to compete in this year. So he's definitely going to want to do well there.
Oh yeah, he just an hour up the road from here, so he always wants to do good in front of the, if you could call it the hometown crowd. I guess he's got 40, 50 people coming down from Edmond already to watch the show. So
nice.
Yeah.
So
he has a good following.
What's your seating there? What's your capacity there?
The best estimation based off what the manufacturers say were 2,500 to 3,000. I fully anticipate us to be standing room only, lawn chairs and standing. By the time the show opens, there's been a lot of buzz around town. A lot of people looking forward to the show coming back. So had a lot of good feedback. I think we're going to do real good on the crowd.
Good. Does it go along with the fair there?
It is. It's tied in. It's the last night of the county fair. So they've got a big carnival. I was out there looking at that a while ago. The carnival's already set up. It'll start running tomorrow. And they're setting up literally across the street from where the pits are going to be. When they redid this, they put some blacktop roads through the fairgrounds, and we're in one big field and the carnival's sitting right next in the other. So everybody will get to walk through the pits and stuff. And then carnival, they're going to stay open late. That way, after the show, there's some entertainment, some things to do, some food vendors still out there. So it's going to be a good time.
Good deal. I know you've been working on this, for a good while, and I'm pretty sure without you pushing it, it wouldn't be happening. So kudos to you.
Bennett, I talked to him to see if he was interested in it. He's pretty well retired. He wasn't interested in putting another one on, but he's been gracious enough to give me advice, kind of guide me in the right direction, set me up with some contacts so that I could do it myself, and couldn't have done this without him. Even being with the Outlaws and the announcing and things, I would have had no clue where to start here with the locals as far as getting that done. So grateful for him and his help in this as well.
Josh, do you guys see the kind of crowds in Oklahoma? Excuse me, that like they saw down in like De Leon and White Wright and some of those Texas pulls?
Yeah, we'll be full house. I have no doubt about that. This is the only sanctioned pull, to my knowledge, in the state of Oklahoma.
Okay.
We'll be the only sanctioned pull within the state of Oklahoma for a few years. So, everybody think you don't hear a whole lot of people talk about the pulls when they're not around. But when you start advertising for one, it creates a lot of buzz. So
good.
I've got messages from people coming from Kansas, South Texas, Nebraska. There's people coming from all over, and just gobs of people from Oklahoma City, Edmond, Mustang, Newcastle, just looking for something different to do. They brought the monster trucks in a few years ago, and that's a big draw for the kids, and the pulls are a big draw for the kids. But the old farmers and all them, they want something to do on a Saturday night too. So everybody's really looking forward to it. Had a lot of good buzz about it so far.
I bet the Texas pullers are happy. They only have to go 10 hours instead of 20.
Yeah, the Texas guys are happy. This is a close one for them for sure. Clint and them, they drive 8 hours from Nordheim down there just to get out of the state of Texas.
Well, and there's this casino just south of you, so they're
the big casino on the state line. So I'm sure they'll all be invading it Friday night. And hopefully have enough money for fuel to get up here Saturday.
They don't pass too many casinos on the way to the pulls. I've seen.
They like to frequent. I hear it's because of the great parking situation. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Parking, and it's probably something to do with the free soda pop while you're walking around inside.
Guaranteed. Everybody loves a free soda, Josh.
Nothing to do with the machines at all.
Nope.
So, are you going to? I'm thinking you are, but is this going to be an annual event now? With success here.
Yeah, as long as everything goes off like we're hoping it will, which I have no reason to believe it won't. We're already working on some plans for next year. Not going to give too much away, but hopefully expanding the show, going to 2 days, and somewhere down the line, I would like to get into 2 days, 2 tracks. Try to make a Wisner of the Southwest, if you will. Nice big show. We'll have to do some work on seating. Obviously, 3,000 seats, you can't put too big of a show on because you have to be able to recoup your money from somewhere.
Sure.
So have to work on some seating arrangements and things. But like I said, the fairground, they've been great working with us. They're already talking about possible expansion of their grandstands. So that would be great.
Awesome.
Get some more covered seating in there, some more portable bleachers, some taller portable bleachers. So
how's the weather looking for you, Josh?
Hot. It's Oklahoma. It's hot. Now we're looking Friday and Saturday. We're looking mid-90s, high 70s overnight. So the blower guys, it's not going to be the ideal weather for them, but we don't have a spot of rain anywhere in the future right now. So
how far is the track from your house?
I am literally 2 miles from the track.
All right. Just keep it within about 5 miles of the speed limit.
Yeah, I'll try. Worst case scenario, I'll walk if I have to, just to be safe.
Did you have some issues, Josh, on the way to Wisner?
I may have had a problem or so on the way to Wisner.
Could you
got to have a nice chat with the Nebraska State Police, and
how'd that go?
Oh, well, I got to meet some more new folks after I met them. I got to meet one of the jailers over at one of the jails there, one of the fine facilities they have just northwest of Wisner there at Pender, Nebraska.
Nice.
Northeast, Pender, Nebraska. Got to meet some fine folks over there, and so it was a good time.
Josh, could you send that picture to Jason? The picture you showed me.
I have no recollection of what picture you're talking of, Ron. Let's see here. I'm not sure I have any recollection.
I think Jason would dig that picture. I really do.
You may be speaking of.
He wants us to be nice. Kurt's telling us to be nice, Ron.
Oh, Kurt, we're being
Do you want
nice.
the censored picture or the uncensored picture? Jason, you may have to
Uncensored.
use your fine editing skills here.
I am very well versed in that kind of stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. So it's all good.
Let's see here. There you go. It's coming your way. So everybody listening, don't worry. I'm sure you'll see it in about 30 seconds because there's no honor among this group.
No, there can't be. Oh my goodness, that's solid.
Yep.
Oh boy. How far were you from Wisner when that occurred?
Less than 2 miles. I could see the town. I was on the little, we call it a county road where I'm from, south of town. But yeah, I could see the turn going into to cross the river. Less than 2 miles from town.
To work for us, you need to be an outlaw, and now Josh fits that description.
You're official, buddy. You're official now.
Yeah, I've already planted my outfit for the banquet. So nice blaze orange vest or something. Just so I feel right at home.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff, Josh.
Oh boy. So now we're looking forward to. You're making me want to come to Chickasha, man. It sounds like it's gonna be a good time.
Well, I think you're going the wrong direction. Actually, I believe.
Yeah, I am. I'm heading north.
Up there, South Dakota.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good show up there. No doubt in my mind. It's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, I was looking at people. Got a lot of good pulling.
So, but it sounds like you're planning a good event there. So,
doing the best we can.
I'm hoping it goes well, and I'm hoping it goes well enough. The people there will want to help you expand on it next year. That'd be awesome. Oklahoma needs more pulling.
They definitely need more pulling. We've already, since we've scheduled this show, I've been talking to some guys up in Miami, Oklahoma, Woodward area, one guy at Longdale. So we may be branching out doing 3 or 4 Oklahoma shows next year. Cool. None of that's guaranteed, nothing in concrete, but the possibility is there to branch this thing out across Oklahoma again.
Yeah. Now, when you say Miami, is that Miami?
Well, it's spelled Miami. It read Miami, but if you're up there and you say Miami, they're going to look at you like you're a dummy and tell you it's Miami.
That's kind of like Norfolk, Nebraska, but they pronounce it Norfolk up there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
According to them folk up there, Miami's in Florida. So
there you go. Well, we pronounce when we talk about the farm machinery show here, we say Louisville, but back there in Kentucky, and you were from close to there. There they call it Louisville.
Oh yeah, if you say Louisville, they'll look at you like you're an idiot. It's Louisville.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, well, buddy, you got anybody you want to thank for helping you out with the show? I mean, any sponsors or anything?
Oh, got some great sponsors. Obviously, O'Reilly's came back on board. They've given us a tremendous amount of help. They sponsored the show back when Bennett had it. They came back and helped us out with that. They're selling tickets for us at all the O'Reilly stores here in Oklahoma. So really glad to have them back on board. And then Elite Transmissions, they came on. Small Engine Supply right down here or Small Engine Service, I'm sorry, not supply. Down here in town, they came on with us. And the local John Deere dealer came on, Standards Equipment. Glad to have them. J&E Tree Service, Apache Farmers Co-op. They're all right here in Chickasha. We're real proud to have them on. Red Rock Storage and RV guy out here on the highway just south of town. Built him a nice RV, boat, and mini storage facility. just there's too many to list at one spot, but just could not do this without all the local sponsors. We've got the local interurban going to come out and feed the pullers, and just so many guys been gracious to us this year.
Awesome. Yep. Can't do it without sponsors, man. Got to have
Absolutely not.
So, Jason, you have anything else for Josh?
I'm posting his posters all over Beer Money right now. So.
Oh boy.
I appreciate that.
No. Not the jail picture. The actual poster for your poll.
Don't worry. I'm sure the other one will find its way there on a drunken night. So
I'm not going to say.
Not that you've ever had one of those, huh, Jason?
Chickasha. Say it again. Chickasha.
Chickasha. Not Chickasha. Not Chickasha. Not Chickasha. Chickasha.
Yeah, there's a couple photos running around of me too, Josh. So don't feel bad. You're an angel compared to me. So
I mentioned the drunken night, and that brings me to a good point. And I'm going to call you out right here on the live stream about it.
Please do.
Several times this year, I've been promised this remedy beer that supposedly exists, and in my book, it's now to the same equivalent of Santa Claus. You hear about it, but I have never physically seen it in real life. So seen pictures, but never in real life. So, just thought I would bring that up there, Jason. I'll have some with me at the last 4 events I've seen you at, and have yet to have any.
I have let you down in multiple ways, Josh Runyan, and I apologize. So.
Yes. So just something to think about.
I'm still thinking. I feel terrible.
Yeah, I've actually consumed. It is real. It is.
Oh,
real.
okay. We have an outside verified source.
I actually consumed some in Dubuque, Iowa, so it is real.
Well, that's good to know because, like I said, up until now, I've just seen pictures and heard about it.
Well, you guys know I am a good storyteller. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm just saying if Omaha can send steaks through the mail, there has to be a way to send a 6-pack of beer.
Yep, I agree. I don't have a good answer, Josh. I really don't, other than I forgot a couple times.
As long as you had, well, apparently we may know why. That may be what happened to the beer I was supposed to be tasting. I'm not sure.
Possibly.
He'll have to bring some to the banquet for sure.
For sure.
What
is actually, I texted Nelson the other day. When is the banquet, guys? Do you know?
It's November.
That's a full month, Ron. That's like 30 days, dude. So.
You're right.
The wife's telling me November 19th and 20th, and she would know better than I.
Good. And where's it at?
It's at
Lake of the Ozarks, isn't it, Ron?
Lake of the Ozarks. At used to be the. Oh Lord, it's totally left my memory here. Margaritaville.
Okay, up there in Will Mann's country.
Will Mann's country. We're close to where he fishes and hangs out when he's not pulling.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty nice place. We had the Missouri had their Fairs and Festivals convention there, and they had to have it there because of the restrictions in Columbia, where they normally have it, wouldn't allow them to have that grouping of people. Well, Lake of the Ozarks down there, they didn't have any restrictions, so they had the Fairs and Festivals there. They liked it so much, they're going to have the Missouri Fairs and Festivals there from now on. So
good to hear. I'm looking forward to it. Never got to go to the Outlawed Banquet. I wasn't able to get off work to make the one at Rock Valley this year. I mean, I know it was kind of a last minute put together, but wasn't able to get off work to go there. So looking forward to it this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. It's a pretty nice place there. Should be a good time, and Jason will show up with some of his remedy beer for sure.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I taste it.
He's writing it down right now. That's what he's doing, making a note.
I'm texting I got a closing that's not going real good in a couple days, guys. I'm working through it right now. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I love my job. That's all I'm going to say. Love my job. I'm good at home loans 99.9% of the time. So I throw it out there. So.
But thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun.
Josh, you're a great asset to the Outlaws. It was fun working with you in Nordheim, listening to you and Ron and Wisner. It takes an army of I want to say idiots, but people like us.
I think you might have had it right.
to call a good truck and tractor pull, to have the knowledge, to have the fun. I had a blast working with Ron at the state fair. just getting to know all of you guys. It's been really fun this summer. I'm looking forward to the future, and it's just you do a good job, Josh. You should be proud. I love your confidence. I love the fact that you're bringing pulling to your area, and I'm not kidding. We get one comment a day on Beer Money like there's no pulling in Oklahoma.
So yeah, there is nothing around here. Out the far east, there's a few antique and some little brush events, but this area hasn't seen anything like what we're bringing Saturday in years. So
yeah, awesome. Hopefully it sticks and you make it bigger next year.
That's the plan.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for coming on. Good luck Saturday.
All right, guys. We'll see you after a while.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
Take care. Bye. The great Josh Runyan. That's
the real outlaw. Yeah.
The real. Yeah, that's no joke. That's no joke.
So it looks like you can get tickets at a discounted rate there at O'Reilly. Looking at the flyer, that's pretty cool. Early tickets there, but well, been a long night of giving Luke Schmidt a hard time, and I was hoping to bring Alan Shellum on and talk to him about the pull in Madison, South Dakota. Going to be a big pull there as well this weekend, this Saturday night. So just to go over the classes here as I pull up the handy dandy Outlaw Pulling app. And you were inquiring about Friday night pro stock results. Meddings at 1-2 on Friday.
Medding's my buddy. I'm just looking out for him, and I know I like all the pro stock pullers, but Medding's my buddy, and I know the state fair. I think Gray picked up a bunch of points because of the hook, right? And then I know that it looked like maybe it evened back out on Friday night. It looked like Gray finished down and Clip was up. Then I think they went 1-2 Saturday night, right?
They did Saturday night. Yeah.
So points. So are they should be about tied, or where are they at now?
Well, I just looked a few minutes ago, and I'm showing Medding 10 points ahead.
Okay.
That's what I'm showing. 407 to 397.
Okay.
Then Bull Wagon 7 points behind Gang Green. So we have to remember, outlaws we throw out their worst hooks. I think that class has enough. They throw out 2. So that's a factor in those points as well as we get here towards the end of the season. I'm looking at Saturday night in Madison, South Dakota. They're saying this place gets like 8,000 to 9,000 people. So
that's what were they saying there earlier? Who was saying that? One of the guys that was picking on Luke a little bit. Braden Kaiser.
I'm not certain who it was, but I've heard
you don't
that.
get to see all the. You don't see like the. Yeah, I have the control panel. That's right.
Modified 4-wheel drives, 540 light pros, light limited pro stocks, super farms, unlimited super stocks, and then super modified 2-wheel drives there in South Dakota as well. So it'll be a big night of pulling.
Is that there. Saturday night, Ron?
Yes.
Okay.
Same night as Chickasha.
So I went to Chickasha on my way to Nordheim down to Medding's little Nordheim Mayfeast shootout, which we're going to talk him into making that an outlaw pull before too long. But that's right. Did I tell you that story? I dropped my phone on the Tulsa Turnpike.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, and trying to get that video of that cool semi. When you put your phone out the window, guys, you got to grab it because the wind's going 80 mile an hour and your phone just blows out of your hands. So. Anyway, Josh had seen that and he's like, we have a U.S. Cellular here in Chickasha. So I met Josh. He took me to the U.S. Cellular in Chickasha. So it's a nice little town. So.
Yeah, I'm glad he's getting pulling back in Oklahoma there. And, I've talked to a couple other potential pulls there as well. So I think Doug Meisinger says Madison's
my singer. He was watching last night on our Let's Grow Pulling, and I was talking about him laying the wood to everybody on Friday night. And I said, I finally said, is it Messenger? Is it Meisinger or whatever? And he's like, he actually was watching the show and I had no idea. And he goes, for you Northern guys, it's and he spelled it out, MY SINGER, my singer. So I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. So
Gotcha. Yeah, he had a heck of a pass Friday night. And got to pull against Esden Lane and
Yeah, he even said
really,
that last night, Ron.
really
He
had a
even
good
said
hook.
that. So,
So
I was watching my hero Taylor Van Beek. It looked like he had a heck of a pass going Friday night. It sucked him to the right hard because he had some good wheel speed. I'm not saying he would have got out there with my singer, but he was rolling, and then he must have been hammering the brakes to keep that thing in bounds. So,
yeah, we had a good class of diesel supers up there. I think we had 12 on Friday night. That's a good class of diesel supers. Checking the app here.
I think you had 5.
Yeah, 6.
6.
I'm confused. That happens sometimes,
Now, so my son thinks I'm going to Oklahoma now. He's watching the show and he's asking, "No, Rory, we're going to be in Iowa, buddy, Friday night." So,
so we're pulling in 2 cities Saturday night. The schedule is it's starting to wind down. Chickasha, Oklahoma, Saturday at 7. Madison, South Dakota, Saturday at 7. Then we take the weekend off for Labor Day, and then come back with a vengeance for 2 events in Missouri within 50 miles of each other.
Warrensburg and Buckner, right?
Warrensburg and Buckner. It's going to be a red, white, and back the blue weekend, supporting our veterans, our troops, and our police officers. And, of course, the 11th is the 20th anniversary of 9/11/01. If you can believe that, it's been 20 years.
Wow.
So
where were you at, Ron? Where were you at when you heard that about the planes flying in?
I was in Emporia, Kansas, living, and I was watching the news, and I saw it, and I was like, "What the heck am I looking at here?" And then they were talking about it being an accident, and it was pretty much at that point everyone was just like they assumed it was an accident somehow, and then here comes the second plane, and boom! I said, "Oh, this is no accident." So,
yeah,
yep, I was in Emporia, Kansas.
We got a big deal alert. John Strickland. You heard of him? That Galot guy? Have you heard of him, Ron?
The Galot guy.
The Galot Supers. Outlaws don't have a class. Yes, they do, John. It's called Unlimited Super Stock. You bring those Galot tractors out here and let's go pull it.
Oh, we don't allow the V8s though.
No, they do not have a V8.
Yeah. Oh, they don't.
Nope, they're V6s.
Okay. Oh, straight 6. Yeah.
And I did give Brent Payne a shout out because he got me back on the track. He got me some sleeves overnighted to me so I could get back out last weekend. So I'm a big fan there of Mr. Payne, and he works on the Strickland tractors. So
when is it we should expect to see the Galot tractors then?
Well, let's check the schedule. When do we have unlimited supers? The rest
Saturday
of
night in South Dakota, Madison, South Dakota.
So
Unlimited.
John lives in North Carolina. Let's do the math.
He's in what town in South Carolina? Let me figure
it's
this out.
Galot Motorsports Park. Is it Benson? Or is it Benson? Is it Benson? No, is that South Carolina, North Carolina? Let me think here. John will jump on here. Hey, Google, where does John Strickland live? I'm just teasing.
You might get a lot of answers for that. Okay, it's 1,459 miles.
He said probably not this weekend. Yeah, sorry about that, John. We'll get going.
22 hours. 22 hours.
Yeah.
It's a little jaunt. It's not bad. You get to go through Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, up by Chicago, Wisconsin.
Yeah, John says just got home from Bowling Green. So John's a little tired after Bowling Green. So
yeah, it'd be a nice little jaunt there. But yeah, I'd love to see those tractors.
Oh, Outlaws Unlimited is the same as NTPA Light Supers. I didn't know that. I bet they can get those down to 62. I'll have to figure that out. I didn't know that, though. I forgot. I thought it was an 8,000 pound. So the Outlaw Unlimited Supers are 62. Okay. They run the heavy super then. Okay. Gotcha. Because the light super class in Outlaws is the egg chassis, right?
Yes.
Yep. Non-component.
Light supers.
I'm catching up. I knew Brad would say Benson, North Carolina. Brad always watches the shows. So Spencer is Sunday, September 19th, Ron, and I'm going to go to Nashville, Illinois, the Friday and Saturday, and I'm going to haul balls for Spencer, Iowa. So I'm going to have to leave Saturday night. So,
yep, 2 sessions of pulling at Spencer. there on Sunday. And of course, that's the points finale for the classes that haven't finished up to that point. You know, we had 3 that are finished up, so the rest of the classes will finish up the points races in Spencer. So big pull, big event.
So the Strickland family and the Glot Motorsports Park, they have drag racing. John drives a pro mod car as well. He drives the mini rod. They're very, very motorsports. We had them on our Let's Grow Pulling show probably late May, right before the big Glot 3. I forget what they call it. Man, it's been a day, Ron. That's all I'm going to say. Muletown Showdown, I think, something like that. I don't remember. I'd have to look. Mule City, maybe?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm right there with you on the fog, buddy. It's real.
Yeah, no, it's been a rough day. I don't know why. And I haven't been drinking. And it's I can't blame it on alcohol. Normally I just blame it on alcohol. Or I was driving too fast like Josh Runyan. So it's all good. Mule City. The Mule City 300.
Mule City 300. That's what it sounded familiar. Mule City 300 is sounded like a race. Yeah. So yeah, after Warrensburg and Buckner shows, you know, it's then we go to Cape Girardeau the following Friday, and then we go to Spencer on Sunday. So the outlaw season, points season comes to an end, and then I'm really going to push this show down in Lufkin, Texas. It's going to be a huge event down there in Lufkin.
Cole, how far are you from Chickasha? And then, like the Lufkin pulls, are those kind of exhibition pulls, Ron, or what's the deal with the Outlaws there?
No, it's going to be outlaw pay, but it won't be a points hook.
Okay.
So, you know, last year we did it as a state hook, which the payout is lower. It's going to be full payout this year. Trying to find a few semis to come down there too. It's a huge semi event. They have diesel drags, a diesel show. They're having a concert this year. Wade Bowen's going to be the main guy on the stage. Last year we pulled Friday night and Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Now we're going to pull Friday night and Saturday at 5. So pulling is going to have a bigger spotlight there at Lufkin this year than it did last year. So he wants to make it a bigger show and get some more equipment there and get some more butts in the seats at the pull. And last year, I think they had 5,000 people through the gate there on Saturday at noon. They're really having to work on parking and such there, because last year they actually were fined by the highway patrol for people who actually got tired of waiting on the highway and pulled off on the shoulder and just parked on the shoulder of the highway to go to the show. There were so many people there.
That's a great story. I don't care who you are, Ron.
Yeah,
and that's something you can't even make up.
No, it's true. When I was actually talking to him, because I went over and announced the truck show, and the highway patrol were calling them saying, "You got to get these people off the highway. You know, you're gonna get fined for this." And they said, "There's nothing we can do. Our hands are tied at this point." So, it's a cool event because 100% of the proceeds go to a couple of different charities for veterans. Mission 22 is the main charity that helps veterans assimilate back into normal life after they've been to war.
Okay.
We lose a lot of veterans to suicide, and this helps those guys. And Josh Birch, he's a huge advocate for this because he said, they helped him when he came back, and he's a total believer and wants to put 100% into that, and they help our vets. So, what better thing could you do than to help the folks that help us and fight
Nothing.
for our freedom?
There isn't a better thing you can do.
Yeah.
There is not.
Of course, I dig and I really get into the patriotic shows. I love that.
Yep.
So I'm behind him 100%. I love the Central Missouri Honor Flight Pool and the Warrensburg and Buckner pools coming up, the patriotic themes. So I love that. Yeah,
I talked to Summers tonight before the show. He called. We were going over a few things, and we started talking about Cowtown a little bit. And he says he's been talking to you and stuff. So it's all good.
Yeah,
It's all
Cowtown is
good.
we're working on it already.
Yep.
So, as long as we don't get this second wave nonsense, poo on it or anything. So you just never know.
No, you don't know anymore. That's kind of why I'm just taking a day at a time. So,
Well, buddy, great show.
yeah, as always, we're
Thanks,
awesome,
Luke
Ron.
Schmidt.
I mean, and we're humble, so it's all good.
Thanks to Luke Schmidt and
That
Josh
was
Runyan.
fun. That was fun. I loved. It's so fun. I love our Pullen family. It's just that simple. I mean, it's really that neat. It was fun to. Yeah, I just wish I would have been around more this summer because with the tractor. But if I don't have the tractor, I'm gonna stay home and be a good husband. But when I have the tractor, it's time to go play. So, and I think I can get my wife to come to some of these tractor pulls, hang out. So we got to give her something to do. That's her whole thing. Like, I'm not just gonna go and watch you talk to everybody and then just leave me at the trailer. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. I go video. So
Is that a true depiction of her voice? How she sounds?
yeah, I think no, it's prettier than that, Ron. But I'll get her to the banquet, and then everybody can meet her and talk to her. But if she has something to do, I can get her coming to these pulls. So maybe I can have her help Lori some and different things like that. So,
We always need somebody to sell programs.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
All right. Just a thought.
She's definitely pretty enough to sell programs. I think the program sales would go up. So
Oh man, that's awesome. You are being good now.
no, I'm being legit. If anybody's got my wife,
I know
she's
you
hot.
are, but
She's
you're getting
she's
those
hot.
brown. Yeah.
The first thing, we had Josh Blackburn on last night because I got a Bowling Green ring on Let's Go Pull, and he said, "Hey, Jason's your wife on the show tonight with us?" And I'm like, "Josh, really?"
So next week we'll have Jamie Yankee on.
Yeah,
Another pro
I'm gonna have Cody Vanderholm. If we can maybe get some of her senior pictures, I saw a sneak peek of he was showing a couple of them that he took in Wisner, and they're really neat. That was really
Awesome.
really neat. So
Awesome. Yeah, we'll recap Chickasha and recap Madison, South Dakota, and talk to Jamie Yankee and maybe get one of our upcoming events, somebody from Warrensburg, or maybe get Summers on here.
I would think Ken would be a good interview. He's always easy to talk to and does a good job. And Lauren, I don't think my wife watches the show, so it really doesn't do any good to butter her up on here. So. Des, come on now. So, did you see the picture I took of Paulson's shoes from the Iowa State Fair? Those orange Nikes.
I didn't see that.
No, it's in one of my galleries. That's going to be our.
I didn't see that. He wears orange shoes.
Yep. They're pretty sweet.
Must be a luck thing, huh?
I think so.
A little superstitious, are we, Lauren Paulson?
Yes, that's what she said. Yep. Perfect. Well, let's wrap this baby up.
I thought you were going to show us those orange shoes. That's what.
Oh, I answered a text message to a real estate agent. Give me 1 second.
Oh, see, I thought you had something cooking there. That's why I was silent.
Oh, I always got something cooking, Ron. Give me a
All right,
second.
buddy. Good show. Thanks
No,
for-
you wait. You wait. Don't give up on me, Ron.
All right.
I'll find it.
So where will the next Remedy sighting be with the Outlaws? Just
Spencer.
curiosity. Spencer.
Yeah, the Warrensburg weekend.
Oh,
I am announcing in Buckner. I'm announcing a memorial pull for one of my coworkers' dads who passed away, and I can typically get out of about anything, but that's one thing I'm not going to try to do. So
gotcha.
that will not go well for me, if you know what I'm saying. So,
Gotcha.
and nobody loves me some Ken Summers like me love me some Ken Summers. Trust me. So
He's a pretty good dude.
Yeah.
He's good people.
that the engagements, or I mean, two. It's crazy. Everybody's getting married, Ron.
I seen something about the one on Saturday night with Lane and Mackenzie had just a really large number of views.
Yeah. So I'm going to show it to you because it's crazy. I'm staring at it right now because I'm looking for that picture of Lauren Paulson's shoes. We had them on Let's Grow Pulling last night. That was well done. I mean, they didn't mess around at all. So 148,000 people, Ron. That's a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot of eyes on there in just a couple days. I mean,
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a lot of people. It's been a very, very popular post. So like, and just I'll give everybody a quick little social media tip. You hear me say all the time, likes, comments, and shares.
Yep.
Likes, comments, and shares. You don't have to share something, but just give a post a like. Because like this one has 1,400 likes, okay? So what Facebook does, or Instagram, or whatever social media you're on, guys, it says, oh, there's a popular post. Then they start to show it to more and more people. So you don't even have to, you don't have to do a lot of social media, but just scroll your timeline and like, comment, or share something. And that's really, and then that's what triggers the algorithms and get things going. That's why I post funny memes and do different things like that, because that's what triggers the algorithms. Like,
do at least one of the three there.
Yep.
Don't just look
like,
at
comment,
it.
or share. Esden's picture, 56,000 reach. That's solid. That's really solid. Look at I can show you this. So in the last 28 days, the Outlaw Facebook page has reached 474,000 people. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. I like that a lot. So post engagements means 96,000 people have engaged with the Outlaw page with either a like, a comment, or a share in the last 28 days. So that's a lot of people. Okay. And then page likes were up 18% over the previous 28 days. So it's good stuff.
I look a lot of those. I look at those stats myself quite often. It's those right there, those pit pics.
They do well.
They do well. People really like to see who's where. That's pretty awesome.
Dave Nelson's been doing a really good job with his live videos. I'm super proud of him. So
well, he does get up a little early in the morning, though. I mean,
he does.
It was.
He gets up before everybody else gets up.
It was an Iowa State Fair. I mean, what was it? 4:30 in the morning. He was up.
The sun was just coming up. This was a cool picture when I was walking out Wednesday night after the fair. These three were just kind of. I think it was so tight in there, Ron. These three were just kind of sitting here like this. I just thought it was kind of a neat picture how they were all just kind of like, I'm gonna park you right here. That was kind of a neat picture. Here's some of Dave's cool live videos. I should be coming up on Lauren's shoes here. That's yours. Pit pictures. That's a good one, Ron. I like that one a lot. Any guess where this puller is from? Well done, Stone. I'm impressed.
That was my favorite there, the turbos up there on that.
Yep. Is that the one you said it's complicated?
Yeah.
It's complicated. Well, I thought I had pictures of Lauren Paulson shoes. I must have posted just on Beer Money or maybe my Snapchat. But they're orange and they're really cool. That's all I'm going to say. So, and Mark Ham says, sounds like Esden will be back to Spencer. That'll be some memories.
Awesome. That was I saw him up there 2 years ago. He came up and pulled at Spencer. So good to hear. Good to hear.
Well, friends.
Yep.
Have a good night.
We went almost 2 hours tonight.
Yeah, that just feels like 45 minutes.
I know it.
That's what happens when you're having fun.
That's right. Time's fun when you're having flies. Yeah.
Good luck there, Josh, this weekend in Chickasha. Ron, good luck to you in Madison, South Dakota. And
have a good night. Fun with you Tuesday and Wednesday, announcing with you at the State Fair. It
was a blast. We'll do it again.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
I've already hired us back next year for the State Fair.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, buddy.
Have a good night, everybody. Take care.
Thanks for watching.